I'd like to welcome you back to our mental health moments. The invitation present in this space is for you to lean in and receive something of the faith, hope, and love that nourishes and sustains us now and always. The last time we talked a little about the reality of anxiety in our lives and the fact that it's the most common mental health disorder in this country. I'd like to return to some more thoughts about it this week as well. First of all, there's a difference between the experience of fear and the experience of anxiety. Fear is what I might feel if, as I'm taking a walk, the neighborhood bobcat leaps out at me from behind a hedge and chases me down the street. It's generally a response that happens in real time to a real threat. Anxiety, on the other hand, is far more of an internal state that may or may not have anything to do with what's actually happening in the moment. I can feel anxious just sitting by myself in my own living room with absolutely nothing apparent going on. Anxiety is often a result of where we're hanging out in our minds. Our bodies may be physically present, but our minds much of the time are not. We are either in the past, often in regret, like, why did I make that decision? Or why didn't I make that other decision? Or why did I say that? Or why didn't I say X, Y, or Z? Or we're hanging out in the future thinking about the what ifs. What will I do if this happens? Or what will I do if it doesn't happen? Or what will I do if this person does a certain thing? The thoughts and feelings that result from mentally hanging out either in the past or in the future are most often not resolvable for us. They keep us spinning on a hamster wheel. One antidote to this kind of anxiety is to practice staying present to the moment that you actually find yourself in. I'd just like to take a minute and remind you here that staying present is not something that comes naturally to us. We are fragile, vulnerable, precious human beings, and we have so much trouble trusting ourselves to the moment for many reasons. We have to teach ourselves how to do this. Jesus taught us to pray, "Give us this day our daily bread." We don't have what we need in this moment for tomorrow or for next week or for next month or next year because we aren't there yet. We are here, and the provision, the bread, is here in the moment. In these particular and unique times of conflicting messages about the future, it's hard not to stay in the invitation to anxiety about how much is uncertain. Just in this moment, I'd like to extend to you a different invitation. An invitation to really fully inhabit this particular moment, to become fully present. I want to invite you to actually pitch your tent right here in this moment and stay a while. Look around you right now. What do you see? What do you see in your immediate space? Notice those things that are around you and really see them. Now listen. What sounds do you hear in this very moment? Really hear. And now feel with your body, your senses. Notice the sensation of sitting or standing or lying down on something. What does that actually feel like? Feel your hands. Feel your feet. Notice what it's like to stay in the present moment versus what it's like to hang out in the past or in the future. What happens to your anxiety when you focus on the now versus those other places? Often we begin to find that when we practice staying present, two things become apparent. The first is that the moment turns out to be far more spacious than we imagined. And the second thing is we realize that when we stay present, we're actually living our lives as it was intended. So pray with me now in this moment the words that Jesus gave us. Give us this day, this moment, our daily bread. May we take and eat of all that is provided for us right here, right now.